Hi, and welcome to Live with Ms. Steph. Hi, I'm Ms. Steph, and I am a former laboratory chemist and former after-school director turned nonprofit founder. I'm the founder of Triple F Empowerment, Inc. We inspire, empower, and encourage young people to pursue education and careers in the STEAM fields. STEAM, for those of you who might not know just yet, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And I'm here with your weekly Miss Steph Science Club news and, of course, an activity. Today's activity, we're going to do an energy transformation activity. As you know, that's our theme. For those of you who don't know, that's our theme for this particular I just noticed an issue, and I'll actually talk to you about it in a little bit. That's our theme for this particular month: energy transformation, or electricity and engineering. That's what we're doing this month when it comes to Traveling Science Teacher and Saturday Science Club. So once again, hi, I'm Ms. Steph, and welcome to your weekly Science Club news. Let's hop right into Science Club news. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This is the day we celebrate the contributions of Martin Luther King Jr. And reflect on where we are at in the work towards equality. And so I shout that out right now. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on it, but I am definitely shouting it out and making sure that we're celebrating that. Some of us are taking it as an actual holiday because some of us do service year-round. I'm one of those people. So today is a day to relax and reflect for me. If I'm just going to be just transparent about that. Others take today to honor his memory, his legacy, and the work that he did, and the work that he did with others. There were a whole group of people. You all know how we celebrate community here at Miss Steph Science Club. And definitely I do believe Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Would be celebrating community with us, because community building was a cornerstone of the work that he did. And so different members of the community celebrated in different ways. But again, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I thank you all for joining me today on January 20th, 2025. And like I said, I just noticed a challenge/issue that I'm going to have, and I am going to walk you all through it. We are not going to be distressed about it. I'll just simply walk you all through what I will need to do about it. But anyway, so let's talk about the events of this coming week. We're closed today. As I said, at Miss Steph Science Club, we celebrate it as a holiday. And so we are closed today. Other traveling science teacher sites will resume tomorrow. It is one day, folks. And so everybody from Tuesday to Friday, you know who you are. I will be at your center per the predetermined schedule that we have already put together. And I am excited to help you all continue to remember that Summer Science Club 2025 registration is almost upon us. And so if you are wondering about how to get involved with that, how to bring your child, how to contribute to the work that will be coming up during that time of year, how to volunteer, how to get information about like the activities that we'll be doing. Maybe you are at a distance and your child, because it is an in-person service, we do not offer any remote version. Off and on I have, actually, by the way, if you want to hear about the adventures of that, I can do a video on that if you would like, and kind of how we do remote instruction. But there are several creators who do remote science instruction here. Shout out to I can't remember his handle right now. I'm going to look for it and I will put it in the show notes, as it were. But he does actually on Wednesdays a STEAM, basically like a STEAM office hours situation. And so there are plenty of folks on these apps that offer various services to children. And of course, I have a plethora. And when I say plethora, I mean a plethora. I have a plethora of videos that you can watch here on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Y'all, the things are available to you to be able to do, I don't want to say easy, but activities that are accessible, because that's one of the tenets of just the way that I do things. It's got to be something that you can grab a hold of, right? And so relatively easily get a hold of by placing a quick online order for some materials. When it comes to the activity that we're going to do today, this would be something you would need to order online. I have not seen this, like, as they used to say back in the day, like on the ground. I've not seen this easily accessible on the ground. A lot of the electricity and engineering like kits that I purchase typically are purchased online through the thing that y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say the name today because I don't feel like it. But through the thing, okay? Through the thing that we all know about. And so, yeah, so that's how you can access some content and things for you all who are getting ready to do homeschool. Also, you can also contact me for consulting to get support if you want me to help you now get ready for summer camp. She does that. The science lady. Hi, I do that. But you do need to reach out to me now to get information on how we can work together for me to help you get your science themed summer camp up and running. And depending on what you need, and depending on the information that you can provide and what type of contract you request, I can actually legit give you an entire framework. Well, not give, but okay, supply a framework. So yeah, this is Live with Miss Steph. Today is January 20th, 2025, as I said, and it is MLK Jr. Day. And so other things, like I've already said, there's no Saturday Science Club. Oh, I didn't say that yet. That's what I was leading up to. As I already said, we are celebrating holiday today. Traveling science teacher will run on the schedule prescribed by the contract that we have out Tuesday through Friday. And then this Saturday is a fourth Saturday, meaning we will not have Saturday Science Club. Fourth Saturdays, as I have been sharing with you all and cultivating the information just so you kind of know the pattern. That is my hope, that you're able to catch the pattern and have an idea of what you can expect. Because decency and order, she has a disorder allergy, y'all. I do. So I try to, therefore, since I don't like this order, I try to make sure that you all as the Science Club community know what's about to happen, right? And so that being said, fourth Saturday, we do not have program on fourth or fifth Saturday. On those days, those are community outreach days or prep days. This particular fourth Saturday will be a prep day. That being said, I am going to do a relatively community facing, or it is for a school that's not on the traveling science teacher roster. I am doing an event at PS 155. I'll see them and get to hang out with them for their resource fair. All right. And then coming up in February, on February 22nd, which is February's fourth Saturday, you see the pattern on February 22nd. As I've mentioned in some other videos before, we are collaborating with an organization called Moho Dance, and some other organizations bring an event together, which is, I want to say it's it's either their fourth or fifth self-love event. And so we will be there celebrating ways to be good to ourselves and interact with community. Super excited to be at that event for the first time in our history. And so going to hang out with them and have some great time. So yes, No program today. None. Okay? And in fact, this is the only work thing I'm doing today. Transparency, right? Because wellness, to have wellness as a nonprofit founder, I'm dropping a tip right now. Rest, focus. We do not do excessive stuff. And that's something that I've had to learn over the years. And unfortunately, to be honest with you all, to be really, really transparent with you all, I've learned some of that the hard way. Help, rest, help, those two things. So Dr. EJT on a podcast yesterday, and she was talking about that. Check her out, fellow educators, like really check her out. She has some great information. And also just from my own lived experience, especially recently, just making sure you rest on time and not when you are forced to. Rest on time. Plan it. You all know how we have the schedule. I already told you I have certain dates in the schedule that are already planned. And so not only rest is planned during there, but planning and organization time, because you know I'm always about that, like, set your intention, plan, execute. Right? So resting and asking for help. I've already shared with you all previously that, like, I have kind of a schedule of time of when I need to email the volunteers by to say, hey guys, we have an event coming up. All of those things are part of running a nonprofit organization that is healthy and that provides the service that we say we provide. For those of you who need a reminder, hi, I'm Miss Steph, and I am the founder and executive director of Triple F Empowerment, Inc. And we inspire, empower, and encourage young people to pursue education and career goals. We do that through camp, classes, community, and consulting, our 4 C's. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'm going to break out smart circuits. For anyone who's ever heard me talk about this, you know that I really truly enjoy these. As I was sharing last week, this is snap circuits. I just want to correct myself in real time. We also have to be, that's also another just skill as I get older, to just correct myself and apologize right away. Don't wait. Okay. But yes, so smart circuits are the ones that I was trying to replace. Remember last week? I told y'all. If you don't remember, go back and watch the video about smart circuits and about the replacement that I found for those. National Geographic epic circuits. Like, that kit is fantastic. I have some great memories that were created this past Saturday with students using the epic circuits for the first time. Absolutely fantastic kit. Would recommend. And yes, National Geographic, if you want to sponsor us, sure. I'm okay with that. Talk to me about how we need to write a grant for y'all, or maybe get some more of the kits sent off to us, because they're fantastic. But I also shared in that video that in that live, it's a live from last week, that I not only use smart kits over the years, because I've used various kits, like Little Bits, smart kits. I have a DIY kit that I use for the Play-Doh kits, all the Play-Doh circuits, all that stuff. Like, this is a thing I've been doing for a minute, y'all. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. I am an actual scientist. And I now have turned my love and joy and celebration for science and my gifting in working with children into something that solves a problem, right? So all of that being said, not anywho, it is not an anywho, it is an important fact, an important piece of my story. All of that being said, I often mention snap circuits. Snap circuits is another one of my would recommend. They are a different kind of mindset as far as how you're teaching the children about science, about electricity specifically because it is an electricity kit. It comes with this thing, and you'll find out in very shortly the thing that I thought I had. And I'll show you why I thought I had that. And then, of course, a solution. It also comes with this. This is very important for the snap circuits. Snap circuits absolutely must have the instructions. Like, without the instructions, you are really not going far. Now, the epic circuits, as I've told y'all, the epic circuits, one of the things I liked about the epic circuits is that it really seemed to have a nice ability for the kids to kind of tinker with the stuff. So I'm going to tilt you down. This is the base. This you really need. Now, can the circuits like be on a flat surface, just random flat surface? Like, yeah, sure. Is that optimal? Absolutely not. Then, depending on the size of the snap circuit kit that you get, I have gotten circuit kits that, like snap circuit kits that were like for $10. They're not that cheap anymore, FYI. Back in the day, like 6-7 years ago, that had just this piece and batteries, battery holder. You see, it does not come with batteries. You have to supply the batteries. This is the thing that I'm missing, because I actually only have one AA battery, but I do have a backup plan. Hello, science teacher. Always a backup plan. I told you I always bring extra batteries, okay, whenever I go anywhere. And I always check all of my stuff wherever I go. When I set up today, I have this bag of batteries, right? Hello. It's a bunch of AAAs and one AA battery. But yeah, so the motor, this, that, so I've had different size. There are different size kits. There are kits that are bigger than this one. And this is one of the things that families have actually donated to us. We did have a family that donated a snap circuit kit to us, among other things. But in things about the snap circuit kits, this one you cannot use with the small children. You see this? Do not use. You know how I'm always like, you could do it with supervision. Absolutely not. Okay? So this one I strongly advise use it with children 5 and up. I don't even like to have this out in the room if I have supervised younger children than that in the room. We don't. You see this? See, this can be swallowed so easily. Absolutely not. We're very, very careful with this. Okay, you hear how adamant I am with that? And then the fun thing about the snap circuits is that they snap. Everything is designed to snap together. And so they have this metal in the back that conducts the electricity. And they snap. Okay? Super fun. You see how easy that was. They come off. But again, you must have the instruction manual. This one is not let me tinker and figure out how to put it together. You kind of can. Like middle school children, you could give them that challenge. That would be fun for like middle school to say, here, work it out. But everybody else you really need. My age group, y'all know I work with the kind of younger children. I highly recommend that you have your things in order. So then the instructions will tell you which size snap you need and where they go, okay? And the instructions are going to say where on the grid it goes. So you see how 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way across. And then we have A. You might not be able to see it as well, but that's an A, B, C, D, and down. Again, now you see why you need this. You need all the parts with snap circuits. all the parts. Okay? And of course, it takes, as I was mentioning, AA batteries. Without the batteries, the things are not going to turn on. So very quickly, I'm going to go for my backup moment. And all I'm going to do is just go simply get my backup snap circuit kit that's right over there. Okay? I'll be right back. See? Like I said, I prepared. Okay? I rock prepared. This is one of the newer ones. It's got batteries in it. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. All right. And this kit actually has more things, okay? This was the one that was given to us most recently, actually. I want to say. I think it is. Anyway, I'm using it throughout the week. So, I'll put this in here. And similar to the Epic circuits, I'm just going to really quickly walk you through one of the activities so that you can see what it looks like. See the things are explained. Okay. You notice the difference between this and the Epic circuits and the Snap and the Smart circuits. They all have their different, really cool attributes. All right. Let's do project number 1. Okay. Electric light snap circuits uses electronic blocks that snap in onto a clear plastic grid to build different circuits. And it explains it further. But you see how this is one very small print. So one of the things that, depending on the age group that you're working with, I almost always have to have a volunteer seated at the table with the children and using this. This is not something they can do independently. And so that's one of the challenges with the snap circuit. Challenges, I wouldn't say it's a drawback. I would just say it's a challenge. And just something to consider. Right? All right, so let's get out the pieces. This is one of the pieces that I need. Lamp. I need the battery or my power pack. I need one of the 3. Okay. And I need the slide switch. It specifically tells me which switch to use, and this one is the slide switch. Okay, see? Off, on, slide, back and forth. Okay, pretty basic situation. Now, here's another thing. The grid is kind of hard to understand if you don't know what they're trying to say here. You see that little A there and the 1? This is what they're telling me to do. The 3 needs to go on the bottom. So A1, there. Okay. Then I have to put down the battery such that the negative is at the bottom. Remember, electricity is directional. And the positive is on the top. See? You see how this is not something like the kids can really do by themselves. But it is fun though. Right? Then up here, let me tilt this down a little bit more. Here, I'm going to put this here. Boom. You see how easy that was? Like once you get going, you kind of figure it out. Okay. One of the things I like about the snap circuits, it seems to be pretty durable. we have like been working. We have been using our various snap circuits kits for a long time, and the pieces are pretty solid. Like, these are almost impossible to break. They're less likely to get lost than, say, the wires in the smart circuits, because the wires, as you see in the smart circuits, are very, very thin. And then because of how the box is situated, it's easy to notice if stuff is missing, right? So these two things are missing. So when the children clean it up, all they got to do is look for, are there gaps, right? Versus like the wires in the smart circuit box. There's just an open section where the certain sizes go. They don't all have their own place. And that, I say, would be another thing with the epic circuits. The epic circuits, remember, I give that a very, very good review. I was like, this is fantastic. But at the epic circuits, all the wires, they come in one baggie. And it's not even like a resealable baggie. So that's something that I would say is like one of the kind of challenges or drawbacks to the epic circuits in comparison, say, to the snap circuits. Okay? But yeah, this is, and they can kind of continue the activity. So then this one can be switched out. You see how now I can go to activity 2, and all I got to do is I can turn this off, of course, being responsible with electricity. I put it back in the right place. And the deepness of the wells of this plastic base help you know what goes there too, right? You see how shallow that is, and that helps you figure that out. So that's kind of a cool thing. It's one of those, like, okay, that they thought it through, in my opinion. All right, so the D8 goes where A1 is, over A1. All right, so let's do, can you see the blinking? Isn't that cool? And all I did was snap. So once you get it going, you see how it's like really quite fun. And it's snapping, it's like super easy to use. And so that's pretty much it, y'all. Like, you follow the instructions, make sure you keep track of the manual. It's not like particularly sturdy, but it also, you don't need it for anything else. And so it's easy to, like I said, put everything back where it goes. This one, my power pack goes into another kit. I'll take this. These go back. The 3s go in a logical place. I suspect that we may have lost a couple of pieces out of this kit since we've been using it, but I mean, we've been using it for a while. I take this, put that there. I'm going to take this and put it there. Oh, and it sounds like my Amazon delivery is here. So I just want to say thank you ever so much for watching Live with Ms. Steph. Please be sure to reflect and celebrate MLK Day. Thank you. And yes, always thank your delivery people. I told y'all that before. And so we will resume program tomorrow with all the great, awesome activities that we're doing. And remember, there's no Saturday Science Club this coming Saturday, January 25th, 2025. This has been Live with Ms. Steph. Thank you so much for watching, and have an absolutely wonderful day.